So that right there is the Canyon Climber 2 by Jext Telez. Still not sure what the transistors inside are. On the left, on this little two-way switch, you have Hipster, which is quieter, the original Shin companion fuzz. And on the right, you have Vanity, which adds a transistor and adds quite a bit of a boost, a volume boost. I was just hearing earlier that the band Fleetwood Mac, a trick to their sound on piano and on guitar was they had a big volume booster that apparently gave them a much nicer sound, brought out the clarity in the notes. So maybe this pedal has a similar effect, or any pedal that does something like this, but certainly this one included. So the Canyon Climber 2. Really like this pedal. It's got like a spooky, scary sound, and it's something that you can't really find anywhere. I mean, I guess a lot of people are making imitations of it now, but this was an early version of this timeless fuzz, the Canyon Climber. 1 and 2, I believe, are the exact same. I believe. I could be wrong. But actually, no, I don't think I'm wrong at all, because I got it from the source. So I asked. I said, "Is 2 the same as 1?" And I was told yes. So 1 and 2 are the same. So great sound though, very evil sort of sound. I don't know what else to say. That always comes up is just sort of sinister and evil, and that kind of sound is kind of I don't know, something foreboding about it. Next up, from the Canyon Climber 2 to the White Pedal 2, from 2 to 2. That there be the White Pedal 2, the White Pedal Deuce, the Blanco Duso, El Blanco Duso. Okay, I don't even know what I'm saying. That is a wonderful pedal, natheless, and I wish I had a White Pedal version 3. If you actually have one somehow, some way, and you don't want it, or you're just generous otherwise, please send it my way, because I would love me a White Pedal 3. Version 3, that is. That's White Pedal 2. There are so many sounds in this pedal, and in the previous pedal, the Canyon Climber. I didn't even do the more modern sound. I guess it'd be the Vanity from the Hipster. But yeah, this does this cactuar sound. And then you can even right here, you've got the volume, gain, treble, bass, and then the 3-way position for the 3 different mid-range frequency selections. On the new one, the version 3, there's 6 selections, and it's got a more modern sound, more bottom end, and I guess it's got like a silicon transistor added. Man, I wish I had one of those. So I hope they make some again one day, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Anywho, that's the Jext Telez White pedal 2. It sounds amazing. It's it's the first Jext Telez pedal that I ever got. I got it used at a Guitar Center for, I don't want to say how much, but it still goes for that much. So I guess it retained its value. But wonderful, wonderful pedal. I'd almost make it, if you could only get one Jext Telez pedal. I mean, this is like the iconic one. I mean, there's so many are iconic, but this is one of the iconic one of the panoply of iconic Jext Telez pedals. The Jext Telez White Pedal 2. Next up from the Jext Telez White Pedal 2, we have a different pedal. Namely the dizzy tone, we'll say. That be the Dizzy Tone version 5, triple black glass. Black glass meaning OC44 black glass. Best kind of black glass you can get, I think. I mean, I'm not. What other kind of a mirror? Isn't a mirror darkened glass with a paper, darkened paper behind the glass? How do mirrors work? I sound like a Detroit rapper. How do magnets work? How do mirrors work? Looking into a glass darkly, I think of the Bible. Paul, how we see ourselves now in our not glorified state, with our not glorified eyes. Anywho, that's the Dizzy Tone version 5. Triple black glass OC44. These are really made to the top quality, not just the build but the design, not just visually but utilitarianistically, or the use of them. You just get so many different sounds just by changing up these knobs. And I don't know, you'd think any pedals like that, but I mean, all the more so on these pedals. They're just so finely tuned, each one individually at that. So up next we'll keep it in the blue family here. We'll go from the Jext Telez Dizzy Tone version 5 to the Range Lord Blue Tip Black Glass OC44. I should clarify that when I use my Range Lord Blue Tip Black Glass OC44, you've got the low, the high, and the mid, this three-way switch, and you got one knob here. Seems simple, almost like it could have been designed by Apple, how bare bones it is, but I like having it for this particular model, or this particular, not model, what would you call it? Because, different Range Lords have different transistors. A lot of different Jext Telez pedals have different transistors inside, including this one, the Jext Telez Range Lord with the blue tip black glass OC44 germanium transistor inside, which gives, as I like to say, a bass buzz at the bottom of the tone of the note that you're playing. And in order to accentuate this, I have the bass. I just have like a one tone, bass on one side, treble on the other side. I have it all the way to the bass, and then volume to taste. And then I like to do that with the low setting. And then when I have it on the high setting, I turn the treble all the way up. And I should say I do the same thing on my guitar. Have it more bassy for the bass and more trebly for the treble, and I think it works nicely. We're starting here with the bass. I guess I might do the treble here as well. We'll see. Now on to the treble. next up, the penultimate pedal of the day, we'll have between the Unidrive and the Buzz Tone. We'll do the Unidrive, because last time I finished with the Unidrive. This time I'll finish with the Buzz Tone. This is the Jext Telez Unidrive, made with a trio of Fairchild black button transistors. Vintage germanium transistors inside, same as the original. And I suppose, rumor has it, word on the street, a little bird told me, Jimmy and Jimmy, yes, those Jimmys, Jimmy Page and Jimi Hendrix, both used, not at the same time. I mean, at the same time, but they each had their own Univox Unidrive pedals, which the Jext Telez Unidrive uses the exact same germanium transistors to get the exact same sound. I ain't no Jimmy Page, and I've never been called Jimi Hendrix yet. Actually, no, I have. Oh my word! I'd said that as a joke, but actually, come to think of it, none other than my best friend, yes, the legendary Lee Kennedy, has compared this guy right here, to Jimi Hendrix. I'll take the compliment, even if it's not fully deserved. Oh my word! There's so many amazing guitar players I've seen. I mean, come on. I've recorded so many Detroit Blues Society events. A lot of great, even just locally, guitar players, let alone outside of the state, outside of the country, maybe on planet Neptune. I'm sure on planet Neptune there are plenty of great guitar players, twice as good as me, at least at the gravity that they're working with. This is the Jext Telez, let's not forget, this is the Jext Telez Unidrive fuzz unit. One thing I like to point out about the Jext Telez Unidrive, I'm sure any Unidrive pedal that gets the sound spot on, certainly this one does. Boy, does it sound smooth, this pedal. I'm not even facing the microphone in the right direction, and it still sounds so smooth. But that's the point. This pedal just what is the description of it? There's on Reverb, because right now you can get this pedal right now on Reverb. I like what the makers, Jext Telez themselves, what they say on their own Reverb ad. Right now, there's a current listing for the Jext Telez Unidrive in orange. I have it in black, same exact pedal. But I like what they say on their Reverb ad for this pedal right here. They say, "Get your Zep on and hear what vintage overdrive on the verge of fuzz is all about." And that's what it is. That's the sound. Vintage overdrive on the verge of fuzz. Who better but the makers of the pedal to describe what it sounds like? And you just heard it yourself. And so now, lastly, but not leastly, does that work grammatically? We have the Jext Telez high gain buzz tone, based on the Selmer buzz tone, famously used by Syd Barrett for Piper at the Gates of Dawn, the original, the first, the debut, the album put out by Pink Floyd. This is the Jext Telez buzz tone, made with a trio of RCA spaghetti logo silver can germanium transistors, set to a higher gain than is usual. So if you imagine Piper at the Gates of Dawn, the kickoff album by Pink Floyd, masterminded by Syd Barrett himself using the Selmer buzz tone amp, this is the Jext Telez buzz tone pedal, which is that same sound but kicked up a tasteful notch or two or three. It's a triple silver can germanium transistor backed behemoth in such a nice tiny package, mind you, to behold, not just with the eyes. What a beautiful cutting edge where they spray on the paint and they etch off the art, but behold with the ears as well. Wait till you hear it. This fuzz unit is something that, well, I think they only made 25, so how rare that is, but something to behold if you can get your hands on it, and not just have to hear it here online. Hear it in person, oh my word. I should say that about every Jext Telez pedal. One thing I should say I like about this Jext Telez buzz tone with the higher gain, I played it right here at the 9-volt setting. You got the 6, 3, and 9. 3 sort of being like a sagging sound, but you get more of the note. Actually, let me show you right here. Here's the 9, and then 3. Here's on the 3. Here's on the 9. And I feel like on the 3, you get more signal to noise. Someone please give me the technical explanation of this, but 3, I feel like on individual notes, sometimes it feels better, even though there's that sag kind of a sound that sort of pulls you back. I don't want to say it, but it sort of pulls you back from the groove, from feeling the rhythm of it. On the 9, it's to the T's and the 9, to the T's and the 9, but there's more noise to signal, I feel, on the 9-volt. I was talking earlier how the band Fleetwood Mac used a device on their guitars and on their keys to get a louder sound and therefore a clearer tone. And I feel like this higher gain Jext Telez buzz tone does the exact same thing. Just gets like a prettier, sparklier, janglier, nicer sound from my git fiddle, or I suppose whatever other instrument you'd put through it. I wonder what this would sound like running through keys, or running keys through this, however you'd phrase it. But nice pedal it is. The Jext Telez buzz tone, higher gain setting, only 25 made. I'm the happy owner of this one of 25. Well, thank you very much for watching. My name is Ryan Ellis, and this has been a Valentine to the Jext Telez fuzz unit brand. Yet another, I suppose, because I've made a few videos like this in my day, and hopefully more to come. But this is just so you could hear these different pedals, how they sound with the same ditty. A nice objective measure of taste. Certainly quality. The quality is already there. It's which one do you like the best? And what a nice problem to have. How hard it is to choose which one's the best. I can't choose my favorite among these. Certainly, the Range Lord stands out among them because maybe it's not a traditional fuzz pedal. After all, it's a treble booster. It's not really marketed as a fuzz unit, even though it's made by Jext Telez Fuzz Units, subtitle. And so that one obviously stands out in its sound. The white pedal it's just it's got this screaming, rip rockin', roaring, and let's not forget the clarity of just played right here, the buzz tone, the dizzy tone. Maybe I don't know. I feel like I've heard it sound better on other days, but that it's such a versatile pedal, so maybe I need to change around the potentiometers a little more to get a better sound. And then the first one I played, the Canyon Climber 2, that one's sort of hard to play a groove with because it's maybe harder to hear the different notes with how it produces its fuzz sound, I find, of all the Jext Telez pedals that I own. And am I missing one? The Unidrive. Again, another smooth pedal. The Unidrive is smooth like the Jext Telez buzz tone, but like mellower smooth. This is more in your face. After all, it's high gain. The Unidrive has a very pure fuzz sound, and compared to the buzz tone is more spitting with its high gain velocity. Especially, I should say, I didn't quite do this pedal justice because you don't really hear its glory until you max out whatever you're playing it into. In this case, this little amp right here, if I max the volume, I don't want to disturb other people. But if I max the volume and then play this pedal, it would sound like you had like either like an old motorboat or an old classic car, like a motorboat with a big old engine going blah 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 blah. Or same thing with a classic car. You stand behind a classic car, and with the exhaust, and it's just like rattling with power, with potential. And same thing with this pedal right here. The Jext Telez Buzz Tone just has so much that it wants to do. If you just set your amp right, it'll just take you into the stratosphere like nothing you've heard before, like nothing I've heard before, at least. Maybe you've heard more than I have, and if you have, let me know, because this pedal, I'm telling you, like I said, I've done it. Look up my other videos on this pedal right here, where I actually, funnily enough, I play it through a boombox, and I get that same, basically if you're maxing out whatever your sound source is, you get this amazing sound. Because these fuzz pedals, these vintage inspired, because they're made from vintage parts, exact to spec and improved otherwise, these vintage pedals really are made to work with an amp. And then, this is part of the magic right here. I might own an Acme Audio Wolfbox WB3, the original direct box to get you that James Jamerson Motown sound. But everyone that owns it, or even that's heard it, that comments on it, they all say the same thing. It's the person that plays that makes the difference. And so that's, it's the person that plays, it's the amp you use, but it's also that pedal. And Jext Telez, they make the best, par excellence, chef's kiss, the best pedals out there. I hope to be the best maker of review videos for these pedals, but certainly I love the competition, because they deserve the accolades more so than I can just give on my own. And speaking of needing help, please like and subscribe and comment and share. And if they come up with another way of, giving your love, do that as well in the future. I don't know what's around the corner, but neither do any of us. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Ryan Ellis. Be the change you wish to see in the world, and run for local elected office. And Christians, become your local Sunday school teacher. Do not just trust the process, become the process. Thank you very much for watching. I'll pray for America. Please pray for me. Have a nice day. Au revoir.